Hello and welcome to more Pokemon Amethyst. Let's get right into it and start the gym battle that I left off on last time. Flame, I'm glad you're here. I fought a lot of incredible trainers during my gym challenge. Among them all, you stood out the most. Flame, today I stand before you as the Laplace Town gym leader. It's now my duty to make sure gym challengers can pursue their dream. That means you too, Flame, but I won't make it easy for you. Alright, Flame, get ready. I'm going to give this everything I've got, and you should too. Alright, the gym battle versus Casey, who we know is the stat-changing master, so... Alright, looks like Ninjask is going to be her lead. That's obviously Speed Boost, probably Swords Dance, probably Baton Pass set, so we need to stop this thing as quickly as possible. I'm not going to Nuzzle because I know this thing will still outspeed me after a +1 at the end of the turn. So I'm just going to Discharge, hope for the Paralysis. As expected, it does Swords Dance. I'm hoping for a Paralysis from Discharge. I think it's a 30% rate, right? But even if that doesn't happen, it has a Focus Sash, so it's going to be able to hang on. And Baton Pass that. Okay, that's nice. We do get the Paralysis, so that's going to give us a chance that it won't be able to move next turn, but I don't know, it's still probably going to outspeed. I'm not sure what it will do. It'll probably Baton Pass, but I know Ninjask gets Dig. But that's not very threatening, we can always just switch out, so... Okay, she uses a Hyper Potion, that's a massive error, because then we just one-shot her, right? It did need the Focus Sash to hang on, so... Yeah, that was a pretty stupid move. That's not how you're supposed to use Baton Pass Ninjask. Okay, well that was a pretty anticlimactic start to the gym battle, right? But BM is kind of threatening, you know, it can set up Trick Room, it is pretty strong, special attack here, so hopefully it doesn't have something crazy like Focus Blast to hit Dawn to Dawn. We can Mega Evolve and Crunch, that'll probably do a crazy amount of damage. Okay, we've just one shot, that's nice. This is going really well so far. Scrafty, I would stay in if we had a stronger Fairy type move than Fairy Wind. Fairy Wind is pretty pathetic, so I think I'll just switch out to Full Metal. The thing about... Okay, this Scrafty has Intimidate, so that means it doesn't have Shed Skin, meaning I can Nuzzle safely. Ah, it has a Lumberry. Okay, I should have figured. It is a Dragon Dance set, meaning it's probably not a Rest set, so once I get this Nuzzle off... Alright, we're good. So it's back to neutral speed, but it is at +2 attack, so Crunch will probably kill from this range. So let's just take what damage I can get with Discharge. And it got stuck in Paralysis there. Okay, we're just getting super lucky this gym battle. I kind of thought it would be difficult since we're at the level, or we're at a good level for the fight, but looks like that's not the case. Phalanx is coming in here. This is obviously no retreat, right? So I think I'll stay in and paralyze it with Nuzzle. Toxic might also be a good idea, but I don't know. After a +1 in everything, I think being able to shut it down is more valuable than putting it on a timer. We really want to KO this thing as fast as possible. Okay, it also... Oh no, I thought that was a Lumberry. It has a red card. Okay, that's interesting. It's going to be stuck in paralysis here. We get Toxiced by our Toxic Orb that we found in the last episode. I think Drain Punch is really our optimal move here. We could Leech Seed, put it on a timer, but like I said, really want to KO this thing as fast as possible. And that does a good amount of damage. I think after another Drain Punch and probably a Mach Punch, we'll be fine. Although we do outspeed, so let's just Drain Punch again. Yeah, Phalanx doesn't have any priority moves as far as I'm aware. Okay, I think this is the gym leader's last Pokemon. Kingdra, very threatening. It might set up Swift. It might set up Rain Dance. Let's see. I think I'll just go with Full Metal and try nuzzling it again. Paralysis is really putting a stop to her strategies very effectively here. She doesn't have a ground type counter or anything like that. Down to my last Pokemon already. Time to get even more serious. Okay, let's nuzzle. Okay, no Lumberry. So that's pretty much it. Like, this Kingdra is not outspeeding anything, even if it KOs half my team. There's no way... Yeah, okay, we just get lucky. Alright, we kind of lucked this gym leader to death. That's a bit anticlimactic, but you know, it's fine. I'll take the win where I can get it. And we defeat leader Casey. I'm sure that could have been a very difficult fight. She has a lot of threatening Pokemon on her team, but Paralysis is just really effective at stopping sweeps. What a wonderful battle, Flame. Thank you. I'm more convinced than ever that this is what I'm meant to do. Damn, she got stuck in paralysis more than her fair share of times and lost the battle as a result, and she didn't rage quit, so maybe she really is cut out to be a gym leader. Flame, you've proven yet again that my decision was the right one. It is my duty and my pleasure to award you the Tactician Badge. Please, take it with my gratitude. What great tacticians we are, using paralysis on our opponents. Okay, now the level capped is 65, that's 20 levels in advance, so we have plenty of time, plenty of room to run around. That badge is proof of your achievement today. It's also a symbol of what the gym challenge means to so many. Please take this TM as well. It contains Swords Dance, and it's a favorite move of mine. Alright, Swords Dance is pretty good. Flame, thank you for such an incredible battle. My gym challenge has ended, but yours is going strong. I'll cheer you on from here. I'd better see you face off against Champion Celine someday. Don't let me down, okay? And take care, Flame. Okay, let's take a quick inventory. Is there anyone on our team who cares about Swords Dance? Dondodon maybe, but Dondodon would really like Sucker Punch to make good use of Swords Dance, just in case we get matched up against someone who outspeeds, which is very likely in Dondodon's case. Although she's named Dondodon, you know, she's no Okaroon, right? Where's the Pokemon Center? It's to the north, right? Okay. Now let's see, let's take a quick inventory of the map. So this is La Paz Town, right? We can go west and head to Brucey Village, which I think is where the game wants us to go. We could backtrack a little bit and head east to Utea Village. I'm not sure what advantages there are. I think to the west there was this fiery spa cave path, right? Whereas to the east there was this Hessen Pass. I think it's worth backtracking and going to Hessen Pass, just because Utea Village looks like it's more of a... Actually, I don't know, they're both dead ends, right? There's nowhere to progress from either of them. Maybe we get Surf here? I don't know. Either way, I think it's a good idea to go to Utea Village, so I'll meet you at the cave entrance to Hessen Pass. Alright, here we are at the familiar entrance to Hessen Pass, which we were prevented from going into when we were paired with Alistair. Now we can go into just fine. This place has the same tile set as Diglett's Cave. Caution, wild Pokemon have dug holes large enough to fall through across the cave. Take care and watch your step. Okay. I'm glad this cave has a safety committee. Oh, it looks like that's one of those holes. So we might have to fall through there from the floor above if we want to see what the deal is with that. Okay, yeah, this guy's a bit underleveled. We could have easily come here before, but I didn't want to explore too much. So, Lily coming in, weak to fighting, just fodder for Gachiakuta and nothing more. Cacturn is also fodder for Gachiakuta, and nothing more. Okay, Hyper Potion, that's pretty nice to have. Strength, okay, do we have Strength, or... No, we don't. That's a bit unfortunate. I was hoping to make progress, but maybe we will actually have to come back here some other time. Although we can go south, and there's this guy, so at least it's good to scope out what this place is and when it'll be relevant. I'm not sure which HM the gym we just beat unlocked. It might have been Surf, which we don't have the HM for just yet, but I'm not sure. Okay, Overdrive is a pretty good move. Discharge is 80 base power. Overdrive is also 80 base power, but it's boosted by Full Metal's ability Punk Rock. Unless we're minus. I actually didn't check. I think we might be minus. Plus. Dang it. Okay. In that case, we just lost the 30% chance to paralyze our opponents until we can get our hands on an ability capsule. And I don't know how to do that in this game, so I might have to do some research, but I'm content with losing that secondary effect for now. Okay, we can go underground. There was also an exit up there, but I didn't want to go down that path just yet. Let's see. Let's train up Cliffhanger a bit. We're on level 43 and it evolves on level 45, so I do want to see that evolution soon. Okay, using a dire hit just there, that's fine. And then, yeah, that's what I like to do as well, you know, just use an item on my Pokemon to boost its stats, and then just switch out, you know, that's tried and true tactic. Alright, we can Razor Shell here. Gets boosted by Tough Claws, but I doubt that's necessary. Fake Tear is an absolutely horrible move for Mawile. No reason to use that ever. Special Mawile sets, you'd have to be cooking with ice to think of that. Alright, we get the paralysis there. I don't think it was necessary. It's just a 2-shot and we outsped anyway, so that's nice. Oh, there's a Megastone there. Okay, so it looks like we have to come back from the top floor of this cave, fall down to the bottom with that hole, and then we can get that Megastone. But for now, let's just see the northern half of this area. Route 11 south. Okay, never mind. There is no northern half of this area. We just get the TM for Steel Wing, and that's it. Rock climb? Yeah, okay, we still don't have access to that, so I think that leaves us with only one way to go, really, which is to the west. So let's head in that direction. Okay, we're at the Scalding Spa, and here's the area that we briefly stepped foot in. So hopefully the fire types here will be good experience for Clevitas. Okay, Roly-Coly, that's a one-shot. Unless he switches out Turtonator, who is not a one-shot. It does have fairly high defense. I'm not sure if its special defense will be good enough to survive Dragon Breath, but I'm not going to risk it. I'll just switch out to Ponyo and hit him with Smackdown. That Dragon Pulse probably would have KO'd Clevitas there. Okay, Salazzle, I'm not worried about that. Clevitas probably can one-shot and live a hit. Venoshock, not very effective, yeah. Good experience. Alright, 44, learning Earthquake here. That is better than Bulldoze, even though it doesn't have the secondary effect. It's just so much more powerful. Probably would have been able to two-shot the Turtonator with that. As much as I would like to see the evolution, I also want to distribute my experience evenly so we don't get too over-leveled. And looks like this is a double battle, so Gachiakta can come in here. Do you have a Minior, is what this guy's asking. I don't think I do. Gachiakta, this is not exactly the best matchup. And Fire Punch doesn't really have anything to hit either of these Pokemon, so I think I'll just switch out to Full Metal. Oh yeah, Iron Defense. If this Hakamo has Soundproof, that would be kind of bad. Although, I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, let's headbutt the Hakamo, hope it flinches, and we can overdrive. Yeah, it has Soundproof. Okay, that kind of sucks a little bit. We can continue headbutting and overdriving. The Torkoal is almost fainted. Alright. A bit of an awkward matchup, but we're fine, we're fine. And Gachiakta finally learning a good physical grass type move in Seed Bomb. That's pretty significant. And here come Colossal and Cursula. We can double kick the Colossal and we can continue to overdrive to hit both opponents. Hex, yeah, that is probably gonna KO Full Metal. We were statist. So let's send out Clevitas, actually. We can't Earthquake, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. We can Rock Slide. Oh, Weak Armor is going to boost its speed, but it's also going to make it more susceptible to Crunch. Okay, I just spammed A there, but that's fine. It was still slow enough to get outsped by Fire Punch and just got one shot from the defense drop most likely. So I think I'll heal and then come back here. Alright, let's continue. There's Firestone here. I don't think we have any Pokemon that evolves to a Firestone. couple of Rock Smash Rocks, a Blazikenite. I don't think we have a Torchic or any member of the Blaziken line. But that could be good to have. I mean, having a crazy strong speed boost Pokemon, especially after we got the TM for Swords Dance, would be really powerful. We already have a Fire-type starter, though. Okay, Route 12 West. I think this is the way we're supposed to go. So let me backtrack and see what's in this cave. Alright, there's this ledge set here. We can hop down and see what's to the south. There's a fighter guy there. I think we do want to take that on with... I'd love to say Ponyo, but Ponyo doesn't match up well into fighting types. There's a TM here. Is that Flamethrower? Yes, Flamethrower. Okay, that's good to have, even though, you know, Flygon learns it but doesn't really want to make use of it. Our Fire-type starter is physical. Okay, that almost one-shot, so once we evolve, we'll probably be good. Okay, and with that, Clevitas is evolving. Alright, beautiful. I know Flygon is really popular. I'm also a fan of Flygon. Fun fact, Flygon's Japanese name is Flygon. I bet you didn't know that. Okay, Dragon Claw is probably an upgrade over Dragon Breath because I'm pretty sure Flygon is a physical attacker. Yeah, our attack is really high. Our attack IV is also A+. Okay, there's an extension to the spa here. I'm not sure if you can encounter wild Pokemon in this area, but we can heal from the warm, soothing water. We can talk to this old lady. Is this waterfall something that we can... Yeah, we can use waterfall up that waterfall potentially, even though that pool of water isn't something that you can surf on, which is kind of interesting. And we can fight this grunt who is blocking the path and potentially clear the path so that we can backtrack more easily. Okay, this grunt is using a rain team. Kind of a good, solid rain core, actually. But it's fine. I will Seed Bomb the Pelipper. I doubt it has Hurricane. It might have... Ooh. Okay, yeah. That was a bad matchup for Gachiakuta. I should have anticipated that. But we can... I mean, Full Metal kind of just wrecks this matchup, right? I don't want to get hit by a Fighting type move from Toxicroak. It's kind of like Sneasler at home now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, let's Overdrive. That'll easily KO the Pelipper. Beartic and Sliggoo. That's not really a solid rain core anymore. I kind of overestimated this opponent. So let's just continue overdriving. Ooh, the accuracy drop might hurt, but we're still fine. Yeah, okay. Muddy Water, that's super annoying, but it's okay. Zanjan come in and just Iron Head. We get outsped, Ponyo hangs in there, so we get the experience from that. And yeah, she just says smell you later. I didn't know she was our rival from Fire Red and Leaf Green reincarnated. But I have to agree with this old guy. What a wretched lass. That is what I say to describe women that I dislike. Let's heal back up in the spa. And we can see what's to the south. Route 12 West. Okay, to progress through there, it looks like we need strength. Trainer tips, using repels deters weak Pokemon. I think I already knew that by now. Although now I'm a bit confused because there are two entrances to Route 12 West by the looks of it. Even though there's only one path. Or maybe what we saw before was Route 12 East? I'm not sure. I'll have to backtrack eventually, but for now I do want to continue and make some progress, maybe make it to the next town. This guy kind of looks like a bug catcher, so maybe I'll fight him with Ponyo. Yeah, Snom is pretty much what you would expect from a bug catcher on an icy path. Ooh, the Hail is still pre-Gen 8 Hail, so it will hurt us instead of boosting Ice-type Pokemon's defense. It looks like this Ice Puddle thing is a one-way path. Let's see what encounters there are here. Just a bunch of ice types, and a bunch of ice types that we haven't encountered yet. Let's at least open up to the opportunity of seeing something new. The skier has Bergmite. Okay, that's not very exciting, but we can KO it with a few smackdowns, unless it stalls. Ice Body, that is pretty annoying. We don't really have anything to deal with the hail, so we just kind of have to rely on passive recovery from leftovers and black sludge. Swinub, okay, I think we can take that on with Ponyo. Razor Shell should KO. Bergmite again. If it doesn't recover, then we're good. Crunch did almost nothing. Honestly, Bergmite and Avalugg, not sure what they were thinking with that. Defensive Ice type has never been a solid archetype with how poor of a defensive typing Ice is. And making a slow, physically bulky, but specially frail Ice type, I don't know. It just sounds like a recipe for failure. Darmok, on the other hand, is kind of crazy. Galarian Darmanitan is one of the most broken, non-legendary, non-pseudo-legendary Pokemon of all time. So I will catch it just for the giggles. I do love a good Garmanitan. And because it's an Ice type, and we're sticking with the anime theme here, I'll go with Metalist. Didn't even need to think about that one. I mean, it's just the obvious choice. Although we did get Frostbitten there, so I think we'll have to switch to Donsdon as our lead. I think I said before that I enjoy ice puzzles, so hopefully you won't have to watch me struggle too hard with them. Okay, Stonejourner, not an ice type. It's gonna set up Stealth Rock against us, but it is also faster than us. Stonejourner is a pretty annoyingly fast Pokemon for some reason, but it's okay. I'm not interested in catching one. It is one of those single-stage Pokemon, kind of a gimmick Pokemon with its ability, Power Spot, being mostly a doubles-oriented support ability. Okay, this is just the same ice puzzle as before. Is there a way to get on top of that? Looks like there's a bridge. Okay, Sneasel. Yeah, we can just Iron. There's no need to Mega Evolve. Sneasel is pretty frail. Iron Head KOs every single time. Glaceon might be a bit more bulky, but I still don't think. Oh, yeah, okay, we're kind of getting a bit toyed with here by the ice types and the hail. Thankfully, the Glaceon didn't have Snow Cloak, or if it did, we just never saw that come into effect. It looks like there might be something down here if you have Surf, but I don't, so we just have no choice but to continue. I kind of like icy areas in Pokemon games, but I don't like, you know, the way how you sink into the snow in the Sinnoh icy areas. It just kind of slows everything down. Same with the marshy, boggy areas in Sinnoh, where you just sink into the mud. That's pretty annoying. Here we see Garm, the best monkey boy. I think there was a TM down here. It might be Ice Beam. We've already seen Cast Form before in the Weather Gym. Ice Beam, okay, that is nice. Always a good move to have just in case there's like a Dragon-type Elite Four member or something like that. Okay, this guy has Stonejourner, we already saw. Seed Bomb, and ooh, that actually does only half. Yes, Stonejourner, in addition to being annoyingly fast, also has annoyingly high defense for some reason. Okay, we can Rock Smash continue here. I'm not sure if we've already been to the south, but let's see what's up here. There's an item. Beartic. Zinc that we probably don't need. Amora. It's kind of weird that Amora is here. There's just a fossil Pokemon running around. I think that was kind of a significant plot point of Pokemon Lazarus, that they were fossil Pokemon who came back to life and they were nicknamed Lazarus Taxa. But that's just the strength rock that we saw when we came here, so I'll have to backtrack through this route, find the exit. I'm not going to put you through the pain of re-exploration, so I'll get back to you when I find something. Alright, this sign says Brucey Village is to the west. Okay, here we are in Brucey Village. I like the houses here, the icicles on the roofs. It's very charming. Even the Pokemon Center, with its iconic red roof, is covered in snow. Do these guys say anything? He's gonna play games all day. What a loser. Playing games never leads to anything productive. Horrible waste of time. Anyway, let's continue playing this game. Yeah, I wonder if there's a Pokemon that sticks out its tongue all the time. That would be pretty wacky. Surely not, right? Dedicated Polymath. Polymath Plus is a software that I used when I was in school, so I already don't like her. I'm Abby, the Brucey Village Gym Leader. This village is built in a harsh and unforgiving environment. Only the strong can make it out here. That's doubly true of my gym. I don't accept weak trainers. Are you strong enough to handle my gym? Good, that's a strong answer. Come, stand here. I'll decide if you're worthy to face me. 5 badges. You're a capable trainer after all. Come with me. Wait a second. Good, I caught up to you in time, Flame. You're here to challenge the gym, huh? Well, you'll have to wait. Our last battle really got under my skin. I've been training hard since then, and I'm much better than I used to be. If you are ready to face the gym, then it should be no problem if we battle first. Come on, let's go. You're quite the fiery one, aren't you? You are the gym leader, right? I had you only accept strong challenges. Then I'll prove how much better I've become to both of you since then. Fine by me. You two, take your positions. I'll oversee your battle. Come on, Flame, let's battle. Alright, Flame. Let me show you how strong I've become. I won't lose. Not this time. Okay, I was kind of unprepared for that. I didn't really change my lead or anything. But by now, his Corvisquire has evolved into Corviknight. About time, really. That Iron Defense is not going to matter. And I'm not going to bother overdriving because I know by now that he's just going to switch. Okay, he didn't switch. But he got paralyzed anyway, so might as well take advantage. I'm not sure why he's not switching. He's kind of being a bit stupid. Maybe I should nuzzle predicting a switch now that he knows that I can hit him really hard, but I'll just keep going. Yeah, no reason to switch, I guess. I'm not sure why he didn't switch there. You defeated one of my Pokemon, but I won't let it happen again. That's kind of premature of him to say. Ampharos, okay, we know that's Mega Ampharos. So Clevitas isn't even really a good answer to it because it's just gonna Dragon Pulse. Yikes. Okay, well, since it is Mega, that means it can't have a Lumberry, so I can just Toxic. Dragon Pulse is gonna do a crazy amount of damage here to Full Metal. It probably sees the kill with Electro Ball as well, so I can't even safely switch to Don, so I might just have to take what damage I can get with Venoshock. Power Gem, yeah. I mean, Don could have come in on that. Since it has Mold Breaker, it can't have Static, so we might as well stay and Crunch. We'd probably outspeed. Mawile isn't... Okay, we don't outspeed, and we get paralyzed, so I guess that's what we get for underestimating Ampharos. Although, we can have a safe switch to Clevitas here. Yeah, Thunderbolt, and it just feints the Toxic damage. That's 2 battles in a row where our Mawile, Mega Mawile, didn't really get to do anything to his Mega Ampharos. Sylveon, okay, Clevitas is definitely a bad matchup, and Donadon would have been a great matchup, so I kind of regret letting him get paralyzed. But that's fine. Sylveon doesn't have great physical bulk, so Power Ball will do a lot of damage here. Toxic is unfortunate. Let's hope it's not a Wish Toxic Protect set. Okay, thankfully it's not, or if it was, we never got to see it play out. Surfetched. We can probably stay in, but Gachiakta is a good enough answer, unless it has Aerial Ace or Brave Bird, which I guess I have good reason to be worried about, but let's Seed Bomb. Okay, Okay, knockoff. Oh, that sucks. We didn't get to use the Toxic Orb in this battle. Weavile, we can stay in. Actually, we know it has a Focus Sash, right? That's what his Sneasel had last time, and Gachiakusa got a bit finessed by it. So let's just Mach Punch, take him down to his Sash. Okay, I think this battle was just straight up a downgrade from last time. He didn't switch, he didn't have the Focus Sash. I have no idea what he was doing, but whatever. What? Are you kidding me? I still lost. Forget about it. Tch. Even after all that, we still weren't good enough. You're good, Flame, I'll give you that. But next time, it'll be me that wins, you'll see. I have to get back to training. See you around. He's quite competitive. I can tell you two have a history. It's too bad he left. I would have welcomed his challenge. Your name is Flame, right? You battled well. I'll meet you inside, when you're ready. Don't disappoint me. Okay, is that gonna be the thing that supplants the gym puzzle? Because I would be really disappointed if there was no gym puzzle. Is there anything to the north of this pond? It doesn't look like it. There is, or if there is, it can only be accessed. Actually, how do you get that item? Can you step on the tiles behind this house? No. I'm looking at this ice puzzle. Oh, you have to enter from here. Okay. There's a Pico and Old Man Briny. You have chosen to speak to me of all people. You do not need to worry about keeping me company. Oh. Every day my friend Gulliver here brings me a trinket he finds at sea. You are a kind child. Please allow me to share one of Gulliver's trinkets with you. Gulliver, let's share your trinkets with this young child. I'm not going to voice Wingle. Here for you. Okay, we get a free Great Ball from that. And then he goes off again to find another item for tomorrow. That's kind of, maybe it's like a soft lock prevention mechanism where you get a free item every day just in case you're out of luck or somehow intentionally damaged your save. I don't know. But we can see what kind of gym this is, right? Listen up. Abby is all about strength, and she's built a capable team to prove it. Because she values strength so much, her gym doesn't have any puzzles. Oh, that is a bit disappointing, but that kind of sucks. The gym guy is advising us to use moves to change our opponent's abilities, but those moves tend to suck really badly, so I don't think I will. Mold Breaker, we don't have anyone with Mold Breaker. Instead, I think we might just have to brute force it with Shell Smash. Maybe we can, I don't know, I'm kind of theory crafting here. Maybe our own Poison Heal will be enough to fend off whatever this gym challenge has to throw at us. Okay, 43 is a good level, so that's nice. Dantodon, actually, in Inner Focus, okay, so this Mienshao is Regenerator. Okay, so Greninja is kind of powerful, kind of threatening. I think Gachiakuta is a good answer. It will outspeed. It will hit us very hard, but Drain Punch gets us back to nearly full HP. Let's see. I think we can continue. We're in good shape. Okay, Gyarados. This is not Intimidate Gyarados. This is Moxie Gyarados. So I don't want to lower my defense just in case it can two-shot me. Dragon Dance, very terrifying, but thankfully we are good enough to three-shot it, and we probably can survive. I think Barbaracle has good defense. Yeah, we're good, we're good. Okay, Ponyo coming in clutch there. We probably could have KO'd it with Knock Punch from that range, but good to know that we don't need to do that. Let's lead with Fire Punch. I kind of wish Fire Punch had U-turn, but we don't have the TM for that. Shedinja, easy one-hit KO unless it has a Focus Sash, which it doesn't. Bibarel, that's fodder for Gachiakuta every single time. Aqua Jet gonna do nothing, and we can just get back to full HP. Very easy. Let's see, let's switch out to Full Metal this time. Okay, more Peko, I hate this thing, so... Okay, Mudsdale, I'm glad I didn't use Venoshock there, just raw from the get-go. We don't really have a good answer to Mudsdale. Our team is mostly physical attackers, incidentally. But we can just Seed Bomb, it's going to do a lot of damage. Doesn't have any stamina boosts. More Peko, we can stay in and just Drain Punch. Yeah, we're good. Gotchaka even outsped there. I'm not sure how. Might have been using Roar or some negative priority move. Excadrill is a good experience for Fire Punch. Unless we missed, which we didn't, so that's good. And we can lead with Fire Punch again. So far, this Trainer Gauntlet has been pretty easy. We haven't needed to go back and heal. And this Mimikyu is really not how you use Mimikyu. You're supposed to use Swords Dance and then Shadow Sneak. But I guess Cinderace is just that much more powerful. Bounce, I don't really like. I feel like the AI is just going to switch. And so I'll keep Headbutt, even though it's not a very good move. I would rather have U-Turn. Toucannon. Toucannon is what I say when I have 2 projectile weapons. But other than that, not a threat. Okay, so that's all the trainers in the gym. Let's see, do I have time left? This video is about 35 minutes long, so I think there might be enough time for a single attempt, but I don't know, I'm kinda scared. And there is still exploration to do. And you know me, I'm the guy who puts off fighting the gym until I've done all the exploration. This house is kinda interesting. So let's do that instead. There's a move tutor here. Bug Bite, not very good. Drill Run, kind of mediocre. Not really exciting moves. I think I'd rather figure out how to get some items and TMs and stuff before I challenge the gym. I just want to be as prepared as possible. Is there anything interesting being sold by this Pokemon? Not really. Yeah, I'm too scared of the gym to take it on immediately. Even though I took on the last gym immediately. That's fine because we were kind of overleveled for the previous one, but that will be overleveled for this one. We already had a gym in this episode, so I think I'll end it here. I think this is a good place to call it. The next episode, we'll wrap up some exploration, hopefully find some items. I'll read the documentation to discover where stuff is, and we'll probably take on this gym. I think that we're in a good spot to do so. So until then, thank you for watching, and goodbye.